To understand how generative AI works, we first have to understand how it comes to life. I know how you're feeling. You're looking at the news and ChatGPT and Midjourney, like all this like generative, what is generative, what is AI? It's so complicated. You have no idea how to make sense of it all, but you know you need to, because this is where the world is evolving towards. Okay, let's start with AI 101. Imagine you and me, we're having dinner, and you ask me to pass you the salt. I look at the table, and I can make a discernment between a salt shaker and the rest of the objects on the table. Why? Because my mind has been trained with thousands or millions or trillions of salt shakers earlier. AI works the same. You feed it with thousands, millions, trillions of content, and then you teach a certain algorithm to generate outputs and solutions as a result. Okay, now that we got AI 101 out of the way, let's get into generative AI 101. Let's use cars as an example. Just like a Porsche has a different engine than a Mazda, under the umbrella term of generative AI, there are a variety of different generative AI models. These AI models, or car engines, are written and manufactured by groups of highly advanced computer vision specialists, machine learning experts, and mathematicians. They're built on years of open source machine learning research and generally funded by companies and universities. Some of the big players in writing these generative AI models, engines, are OpenAI, NVIDIA, Google, Meta, and universities like UC Berkeley and LMU Munich. They can either keep these models private, or they can make them public. What we call this open source, for those to benefit from their research. Alright, now that these complex generative models are written, meaning the engines are made, what are we going to do with them? Depending on your level of technical expertise, this can look a bit different. I'm going to paint a picture for you with 3 different end users of these models. The first person is a business leader who comes up with a product idea that involves a generative AI model, or several. For the development of their tool, this business leader either uses free open source generative AI models or enters into a partnership with a corporation to get rights to their generative AI model. Then their team creates their vision. To continue the car analogy, let's say this person owns a car factory. They direct where the engine and chassis go, but don't actually work on the floor. The second person is a creative person with an appetite for adventure. They might have some technical knowledge, but they aren't an AI engineer. I mean, they can be if they want. This person goes to a car engine showroom, where they pick a pre-made car engine or a generative AI model from a repository like GitHub and Hugging Face. After that, they go to a chassis manufacturer to pick their empty shell for their new engine, their precious new engine. These chassis are called AI notebooks. Their purpose is to hold and run the generative AI model code. The most widely used one is Google Colab, but there are others like Jupyter Notebooks. And the third person would be my mother, bless her heart. She has absolutely no technical pedigree, nor she is interested in acquiring one. But this doesn't mean she cannot benefit from generative AI. My mother would be buying her already made car. She will have way less control over the outcome of her car, but she will be able to drive, just like the business leader and the creative technologist. People with no technical knowledge can simply subscribe to an online service like OpenAI's ChatGPT or DALL-E, or download Discord and play with Midjourney, or download Lens AI and Avatar Maker in their smartphone to play with the magic of generative AI. Well, this all depends what you want to do and what you want to build, and how much technical expertise you already have. Now that we have our car, our generative AI model, we can now start creating our own content and go for a drive.